Hi, did you know that Samuel Seymour was a guest on the game show I've Got a Secret? And he was in the audience at Ford Theater on the very night that Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. So when he was on the show to tell people that his secret, he was 96 years old when he appeared on the show. So on the night that Lincoln was assassinated, he was 5 years old. It's so crazy, like, to be a witness to an historical event. I'm a millennial, so I've been witness to multiple historical events, not by choice, but, there was 9/11, there was this, there was that, and, like, my brain can't take any more historical events. I just want to live a good life. So, but he was there. He was legit sitting there and seeing the president get shot. Like, that's just insane. It's so crazy. So yeah, he was 96 years old when he appeared on the show. So wow, that was mind-blowing to me. So welcome to an episode of Nevermind the Broadcast, and I'm your host, Izzysmut. So this first band, they're from Amsterdam. They're a garage punk band called the Protos. And this song is called Adriana La Cerva, which, I loved her in The Sopranos, and I was so upset when she got whacked. If you didn't watch the show, first of all, how dare you? Because Sopranos was one of the greatest shows ever, and you're stupid because why would you sit on that show? Because that show still ages great, even though the ending blew ass, whatever. Adriana La Cerva, what a bombshell. Not only that, she and Christopher, they just had a very toxic relationship, and it was a great show. And they made a song about Adriana La Cerva, which, good, because she deserves some more credit. And this song, the Protos, are from Amsterdam, and this song is from the album Drain in My Brain. And they just released that, so they have a vinyl out. And I love this sound. I love the lo-fi, raw, live sound. Like, they have that's the kind of stuff I want to do with my own music. Like, I definitely think that this is like the new, it's not new, but it's like definitely like becoming more of a thing, which people are like, you know what? That's punk rock. Make it sound raw, make it sound dirty. The dirtier, the better. I've always said that. The dirtier, the better. You don't have to sound perfect. Who fucking wants perfect now? If you want to be perfect, then you're just going to end up being like one of those mainstream bullshits. So I love this band. They're really good. Like, if you check out the other songs on their Bandcamp, like, they have amazing tunes. I really like them a lot. And yeah, so they just released this I think they just released it, pretty recently in September. And I've been listening to it over and over again. So I should probably end up buying it, even though it's in the Amsterdam. I'm probably going to have to pay an assload to have it shipped to me. They're awesome. Check it out. So this is Adriana La Cerva from the Protos.
What a
So that was Adriana La Serva by the Protos. And this next band are from Vancouver, Canada. They're called Brasser. They're a queer ska punk band. And this song, Oh is from their debut EP that they just released in September. I love it. They have so many hooks and harmonies, and it's just it's crazy because it's not just there's ska involved in it, but it just seems more like a punk type of sound. They just made the whole band just sound super punk, and I love that. And I definitely like them a lot. I mean, for a debut EP, this is killer. This is so good. Check them out on Bandcamp. Check them out everywhere. Like, they're really good, and I'm pretty impressed by this being just an EP. A lot of bands release an EP, and including myself, I released an EP, and it didn't sound half as good as this does. So this is really good. Check them out. So this is Oh by Brasser. So that was Oh by Brasser, and his next band is called Original Anger, and his song is called Abduction Revenge. And who isn't terrified of being abducted by aliens? Get some damn revenge. Those freaking things are smart, but they're also terrifying. I mean, they're very terrifying. But back to the song, it sounds very 80s punk, which I love. I feel like a lot of like the 80s punk, like that type of sound, hardcore scene, just had a lot more to say than a lot of the newer punk. It's just like I love it. It's just the attitude, it's more like I feel like it's like more of like an East Coast like fuck you type of like sound. I love it, because like even though East Coast people can be very tough, we're very like passionate, but we're also assholes. But we also make good fucking music too. Even though I'm not sure if they're from the East Coast, but they just have that sound, like that East Coast 80s punk sound, and I love it. It's so good. It just makes me like want to like start a pit. Just start a pit, but not only that, kind of, be a little aggressive, but then be nice afterwards, because that's how it is in the East Coast. But yeah, check it out. This is Original Anger with Abduction Revenge. So that was Original Anger with Abduction Revenge. And this next band, I've had them on the show before. They're called the Puncturists. And this song is called They Don't Pay Support Bands. And oh my God, is it so damn true. Like, the song is not only great, it definitely embodies just how hard it is to be a local band, and you're supporting a bigger name, and no, you're out there promoting, and the big band doesn't have to do shit about it, so you have to go and promote your ass off, but then you play the show and nobody, either sometimes they pay you, sometimes they don't. So they're just like, oh, well, you get paid in publicity and that's about it. Which I find that bullshit. If you're like a lot of bands, they get the opportunity to open for a bigger band. And I'm going to go in a little tangent here because I, got scammed a couple of times being in a band and having to open for bigger names and having to sell tickets and do the pay to play bullshit. Yeah, don't do that. A lot of times it's bullshit. It's such a scam. You're busting your ass promoting a show that, trying to sell tickets or else you're not going to get a spot on the show. Fuck that. Don't ever, like, I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't ever agree to a pay to play show. Like, you should be able to get gigs, just do gigs and earn your way, and who cares if you don't have to play with bigger bands all the time. Wait until they ask you. There will be a time when you're gonna have somebody will ask you to open for a band. Like I got to open for a couple of big bands and I didn't have to sell 20,000 tickets just to make it in. So don't fall for that scam, because a lot of like booking agents and like douchey people, they want to take advantage of local bands and use them for their own gain. So don't do that. And especially like if you play a bigger show, just bring merch. Like I don't know how many times I've seen bands don't bring merch when they're opening for a bigger band and they make absolutely nothing, because that's your only way to make money for anything. Because I've opened for the Dwarves, the Queers, a bunch of bands, and my bands got asked, and and we were thankful about it, but we brought our merch because we know that we weren't going to get paid. You're not going to get paid. So just keep that in mind, especially with the newer bands out there. You're so excited for the opportunity to play, but don't think that you're going to get guaranteed a payment at every show. So always protect yourself. Bring your own merch, even if it's like something DIY some shit. Like there's a couple bands that I played that they made their own shit and they sold it. Like they even made their own beer koozie, their own t-shirts, just something to represent your band and to make some money off of it. Because at the same time, it's very frustrating when you play a show and you don't get paid, and and it's rude. It's pretty bad. I mean, it happens, and these booking agents, they don't really care about the local bands. They're just like, well, you got free publicity and that's all you get. Just keep that in mind. I mean, you don't have to accept every single show that comes to you. Sometimes you can even book your own shows. Book your own shows so you're not screwed in the end. So back to this song. This band is awesome. They're on Instagram, Bandcamp, everywhere. Like they have really good music, and that's why I've always keep playing them a lot, because they have good tunes everywhere. Like they're playing a bunch of shows and all over, and I'm proud of them. They're really good. So check them out. They're called the Puncturists with They Don't Pay Support Bands.
dressing room and don't touch that fucking fridge. Come on!
So that was the Puncturists with They Don't Pay Support Bands. And this last band, well, it's actually a one-man band, but it's Bobcat. He's super, oh my God, he's so hardworking. This guy plays everywhere, doing it himself. I give him so much credit because that is the most badass thing he could do. And this song that he sent me, it's the Arkhams and Bobcat collaboration. So it's a collaboration and it's called Helping Hand. I remember the Arkhams. They were such a good band. They played a bunch of shows and, like it makes me, I remember when the psychobilly sound and when there was more bands of that nature out. It's kind of crazy because it kind of died out here, but it's definitely more prevalent in other places in Europe and stuff. A lot of people like to bag on psychobilly, but I think it's awesome. I think it's like great music. I like the vibe. Sometimes you don't need anything crazy or heavy, or you just need something that you vibe with. And sometimes you want to go to a show, you want to just vibe with the songs, and also it with the psychobilly type of sound, like I love that stand-up bass. I love it. I love that sound. It's just there's nothing like it. I'm sorry. Like when somebody can play it and make it sound the way that it does, it's just amazing. And I love this song, Helping Hand. And Bobcat is super talented. He is so hardworking. I give him all the credit in the world. Like I think that anybody you could tell he absolutely loves what he does, and I give him a lot of credit. He's super talented. So thank you guys so much for your support, for listening, for sending me songs. As always, I'm always taking more music. So Izzysmut@gmail.com. If you or anyone has music that you want me to play, feel free to send it to the email, and I'll definitely play it. I definitely love getting the music, just as long as it's not an expired link. Just, if Dropbox it, whatever, but no expired links. But yeah, I'm definitely always looking for more music. And oh my God, I appreciate the hell out of you guys with the support and everything. The bands have been killing it. I am fucking proud of the bands that I played on this show. But not only the bands that I played, because there's some bands that I don't really, they just kind of died off, but like the bands that are still around and always supporting each other, like we are, they're one hand holds the other. So when we support each other, we can only rise. So that's what I want to say. Unity is super important, but not only that, it's not just one person making it. Not just making it, but that's the thing with some bands. Like you have some bands I haven't heard from, or they just kind of don't care about the show, which fuck them. But the bands that have been like super like they're sharing my stuff and like sharing my show, and then I'll do the same. I will always support you. I have your back. So just know that. So if you send me some songs, I'll play it. And I love doing that. So thank you guys so much. So this is Helping Hand by Bobcat and brought out.
You had your day, now you must pay. Should you ever throw your helping hand away? You took the ride, yeah, cleaned it dry. Now I know that all along you lied. helping hand.